Ayo, peace, THDENT. Lou here with you guys, coming at you with another quick video. I just wanted to go into a quick meditative practice that I like to do, and this is one of my favorites to do after work, if ever I feel like I'm overthinking or I feel overwhelmed with a certain topic or subject or matter. So for me, it's a very simple practice, and I find that simplicity often is the best approach when it comes to meditation. So whenever you're doing something that's too overly complicated, it often leads to overstimulation or even a sense of kind of getting lost in the practice in and of itself. So without further ado, we'll jump right into it. It's super simple. Basically, I'll describe it first, and then I'll go ahead and do the practice with you guys here, and that's going to allow you to follow along if you would like to do so. And I promise you, once you do this once, you're going to be able to remember it, and you're going to be able to feel the effects and to regulate your heart rate, regulate your mind, and have a great day. So as I said, this is something that I enjoy doing like at the end of a work day, or even first thing in the morning when I'm starting my day. So like I said, we'll get right into it. It entails essentially 10 breaths. You're counting to 10 while you're breathing and then counting back down. So with every inhale, that's 1. An exhale would be 2. You're gonna try to breathe to the point where you're filling your lungs completely and at the pace that you can hear your breath. So if you're kind of breathing a little too shallow and you can't really hear yourself breathing, it'll still work, but it's not going to be as effective as if you were to breathe in at a more heavy pace, right? So that's what you're going to try to be doing. That's what we're going to be doing together. And then at the end, whenever we go up to 10 and back down to 0, what we're going to do is we're going to do a very deep breath, hold at the top for as long as you possibly can, and then release your breath, totally empty your lungs, once again hold at the bottom. And this process can be repeated if you would like to, but we'll just do it once for the sake of this video, and you're gonna see. And I'd like to mention as well, when you do hold your breath at the top after we do the 10 and you're holding your breath with your lungs full, you might feel a little bit lightheaded. That's okay, right? And that's why I would also suggest being on a couch or being somewhere that you're safe. If ever you feel like you want to lean back, definitely do so. This is not something you want to do standing up if it's your first time doing it. But just to explain what that lightheadedness is that you're oxygenating your brain. Your brain was low on oxygen, and through the deep breaths and through holding that, you're actually allowing your brain to be fully oxygenated. So the way I like to compare that is it's like a well-oiled engine. So you know how it's important to be hydrated, right? Well, it's also important to have your brain to have a sufficient amount of oxygen for you to reach the optimal state and operate at your optimal state. So let's get right into it. As I said, we're gonna go in and out. Every in is 1, out is 2, and then we're gonna go all the way up to 10 and then back down to 0. So let's get it started in 3, 2, 1. In. It's 10, and then 9, 1, and then here we're going to inhale completely, holding at the top. Hold. Relax your body. Smile, enjoy the process. And then when you can't hold your breath any longer, just exhale through the mouth fully until your lungs are empty, and hold. Now, if you did this properly, you'll never need to breathe again. I'm just kidding. But, jokes. Honestly, for me, that's one of the best ways to ground myself. And if you followed along and did it the way I did it, I forgot to mention at first, but I find it's important to breathe in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And doing so, like the video is not even at 7 minutes. This is a practice that literally takes less than 10 minutes. And as I said, you can repeat this over and over again if you'd like to get more of an effect. But instantly, you'll notice that your brain is more clear. You find yourself to be more at peace, definitely. And the reason I really enjoy this practice, and I'll finish off on this point, the reason I really enjoy this practice is that I find it, how do you say, what's the term I'm looking for? It streamlines your thoughts, right? Instead of being scattered minded and thinking about so many things at once, by focusing on your breath and by counting your breath, you give yourself a point of focus. And doing so allows you to be focused, which is a good way to describe it. That's the best word I can think of for it right now. And as you focus on this one thing, it gives your mind a break from focusing on so many other things, which is a great thing, right? Because oftentimes throughout our day, we are multitasking. We're doing this and that, and we're focusing on this and what we're going to make for dinner, and when we come home, what do we have to do? We're going to do this with the pets, and the kids got that. Like, there's so many things going on in our head, and oftentimes being able to just sit down and breathe and relax can have a very positive effect on your mind. I believe it was Buddha that said, when I have a busy day, I meditate for an hour, and when I have a very busy day, I meditate for 2 hours. And this is not an hour meditation, as I said, it's less than 10 minutes. But you'll realize that once you start to get a taste for this meditation, and once you start to feel at peace with nothing but your breath, and you appreciate your breath. And that's one thing that I also noticed the breath hold does for me anyway, is it allows me to appreciate my breath more so, because it wasn't there. And it's one of those things that we often take for granted, is our breath. And being appreciative, expressing gratitude for the things that are in our life, always, is a sure way to live a fulfilled life. And I'm going to leave you with these things. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you. Leo signing off. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Peace. Positive energy always creates elevation.